Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Leopardstown Racecourse here on Sunday. It is January the 29th, 2017. You can look at the stakes races on today's program, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections from racetracks across the world. The stakes races I'll be looking at from Leopardstown is the second race to 2 o'clock, the third race to 2:30, and the fifth race to 3:30. So let's get on to it, starting off with race number 2, the 2 o'clock post time. It's the Nathaniel Lacey Partners Solicitors 50,000 Shelton bonus for stable staff stakes. It's grade 2 stakes here, going for a purse of $47,500. It's a novice hurdle race for 5-year-olds and upwards. Field of 9 horses traveling the distance of ground of 2 miles and 1/2 over the hurdle course. My top pick in this one, I'm going to go to the 9 horse, number 9, Let's Dance. I'm going to include this horse into a tricast or a trifecta. I'm going to go 9-8-3, but number 9, Let's Dance, 9-5. Ruby Walsh is on this Willie Mullins trained 5-year-old mare. Most recently, this horse had to start on December 29th over this course here at Leopardstown, 2 miles and a half, and the grade 3 Willis Towers Watson's EBF Mares Hurdle. And this horse destroyed the field that day, winning by 17 lengths in a field of 5 horses. You know, it just had the easiest of runs. Did what a good horse should do, and you know, he ran incredibly well. Start before November the 19th at Punchestown, 2 miles and a quarter over the hurdles, and listed in a mare's listed hurdle. Horse won by 2 3/4 lengths, 67 cents to the dollar. Ran again incredibly well. You know, stepping up in a little bit of class here today, I don't think that should be a problem. This horse has some very nice races under her belt, especially the last few starts. You know, if you go back to this horse's starts last year, of the 2015-2016 jumping season, this horse is, you know, before this horse ever won a race, basically, this horse is running against grade 1 quality horses. Ran in the Gainspring Juvenile Hurdle this course last year at Leopardstown, finished 3rd, 4th in the Triumph Hurdle at Shelton, and then finished in the Aya's Champion 4-year-old Hurdle at Punchestown back in April. Finished 2nd that day behind Applegate. You know, if you look at the horses that've been beating this horse, they're all grade 1 quality horses over the jumps. So I think in this spot, this horse should have a good spot, good run, carrying only 150 pounds. So it has the lightweight here today. The highest weight goes to Blood Crazed Tiger, who's carrying 160. So there's a big 10-pound difference with the top weight and the bottom weight. So I think this horse should have a good run here today. So to recap my bets for the 2 o'clock from Leopardstown, goes off 9 a.m. here in America. It's Nathaniel Lacey's Partners Solicitors 50,000 Shelton bonus for stable staff stakes. I'm gonna go with the 9 horse here. Let's Dance. I'm gonna go 9-8-3 in the tricast. So now let's get on to race number 3 from Leopardstown here on this Sunday afternoon. The third race, the 2:30 post time. It's the Frank Ward Solicitors Arkle Novice Chase. It's grade 1 race here, going for a purse of $94,500. It's a novice steeplechase for 5-year-olds and upwards. Field of only 4 horses traveling 2 miles and 1/8 over the chase course. My top pick in this one, I'm gonna use the favorite here. I really don't want to pick the favorite, but you know, these races are going to be a little bit of chalky, the first 2 at least. My top pick, number 2, Identity Thief. Gonna forecast this horse or put it in exact, as we call it in the States. Gonna go 2-4 forecast. But number 2, Identity Thief, 6-5. David Mullins is on this 7-year-old gelding. Most recently, this horse had a start on Boxing Day on December the 26th at Leopardstown, 2 miles and 1/8 over the chase course in the grade 1 Racing Post novice chase. Horse didn't finish that day. You know, he was pulling up that day in the stretch run. Didn't have enough. You know, it was just, you know, I don't know. It was a weird race. He just didn't look like himself that day. The winner, Min, just ran incredibly well, but this horse just didn't show up. Start before Punchestown on November the 20th, 2 miles over the chase course in Orion's Cleaning Craddockstown Novice Chase. Horse won by length at 40 cents to the dollar in a field of 5 horses and was jumping very well. You know, it was an all-around great victory. And then first start over the chases at Punchestown back in October. This horse won by 14 lengths, 18 cents to the dollar. Field of 8 horses, was the best horse in the field and proved that he jumped incredibly well. You know, before that, this horse was running over the hurdles. You know, finished 2nd in the Punchestown Champion Hurdles last April. You know, finished 6th in the Stan James Champion Hurdle. You know, and then finished 2nd in the Reiner Hurdle at Leopardstown in 2015. I think this horse should have a good start. You know, just throughout that last race, I think he should run a decent one here today. So to recap my bets for race number 3 from Leopardstown, it's the Frank Ward Solicitors Argo Novice Chase. Gonna go with the 2-horse Identity Thief. Gonna go 2-4 in the forecast. So now let's get on to race number 5. We're going to skip over race 4. We're going to head on to race number 5. The 5th race, the 3:30 post time, is the BHP Insurance Irish Champion Hurdle. It's a grade 1 race here, going for a purse of $115,500. It's a hurdle race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We're supposed to have a field of 5 horses, but the great Faheen, hopefully I said that right, got withdrawn with, I believe, a leg injury, something like that, a tendon injury. I don't, it's some kind of injury. I'm not sure if it's a leg or something. But with him withdrawn, this race becomes a little bit more wide open. Because if he was in, I would probably use him as a top pick. But with him out, I'm gonna use the 2-horse here, Nicholas Cannon, as a top pick. I'm gonna do a forecast here. I'm gonna go 2-5 in the forecast, and if it comes out, it's gonna pay very nice. But number 2, Nicholas Cannon, 7-1. Townsend is in the saddle for Willie Mullins. Most recently, this horse had to start here on December the 29th at Leopardstown, 2 miles in Reiner Hurdle. Horse finished second by 7 lengths that day at 40 cents to $1. Ruby Walsh. He couldn't catch the winner, who ran incredibly well, but he ran a decent second place finish. I think this horse, a lot of horses that day at Leopardstown, or that week at Leopardstown, some of them were running good, but some of them were really running crap, basically, because I don't know if it was the ground wasn't the liking to a lot of horses. There was no middle ground. It was either you run great or you run bad. So it was a weird week at Leopardstown when I was watching it, but hopefully today the course will be a little bit better, and this horse can get a good ground of it. But start before at Punchestown, November the 20th, 2 miles over the hurdles on StanJames.com. Morgania Hurdle. Horse won by 12 lengths. Really ran incredibly well. It was just the easiest of winners. And then that was his first start since coming back from America. They ran this horse actually down in the south somewhere. Here in America, the only basic jump races you're allowed to wager on are basically the Saratoga races and the occasional, Belmont here in New York, jump races, and Monmouth jump races, Philadelphia Park occasionally. But they have these little jump festivals that are non-wagering, and that's where he ran out in the big race called the Iroquois Hurdle. This horse finished third by 3 1/4 lengths, and it's easier to find replays for races in Abu Dhabi and in Singapore than finding a replay for that race. I tried looking all over the internet for a replay for that race, couldn't find it. So he finished third. I have nothing to say about the race because I didn't watch it, and there's no comment running line to at least give you some help. So he finished third in America, but those horses that run in those races aren't really the best horses. So, maybe it was just travel, but I really don't have a lot to say about that race. But start before, a race that I did find the replay, in the Dunbar and Aintree Hurdle. This horse finished third by 27 lengths. Didn't show up that day. Finished third in the Stan James Champion Hurdle Trophy at Shelton, and then finished third in this race last year behind Faheen. I think this horse is coming to this race a little bit better. Watch out for this one to run a really big one. So to recap my bets for race number 5 from Leopardstown, the 3:30 post time, it's the Irish Champion Hurdle. Gonna go with the 2-horse Nicholas Cannon. Gonna go 2-5 in the forecast, or the exacta. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.